Okay, guys. All right, I actually do want to talk about this because I believe this is going to be about Ozempic. Ozempic is a medication for diabetics, and I believe what it does is that it you inject it, and that it has your pancreas omit or create, excuse me, its own insulin instead of using insulin, which is what I take. My doctor asked me if I wanted to go on Ozempic, or she's like, you're going on it. And I said, I'm not, because I don't know how it works with insurance. But what I do know is that it makes sense for that. However, there's people that are using it as a weight loss drug, and I honestly feel like this goes into this greater conversation about like the way people lose weight and how toxic it is. Obviously, you should lose weight. You should get into a healthy range. But taking a medication to do it, unless you're extremely overweight and need to lose it as soon as possible, where it's like life-threatening, I don't think is the right way to go. If anything, I feel like this is like such a weird, almost I would say American problem, because we monetize drugs all the time in weird ways. Like, I don't think they do this in other countries, where on TV you get ads for medications. Ask your doctor about why would, like, it doesn't make sense that I would have to ask my doctor. I can't even speak. That I would have to ask my doctor about taking a medication, and then these doctors get kickbacks. It's just crazy. I feel like the whole system is messed up, but let's see what we got here.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper. So I think you all will know this because I've made many episodes about it now. But in 2023, if you even think about losing weight, you are fat phobic.
Right to jail.
If you are not aggressively...
That's not true at all. Like, listen. There are really crazy, annoying people on the internet that'll like talk about all this, like, oh, you won't date a fat person, you're fat phobic. You're not. But like, let's not pretend the real world actually believes any of these things, okay?
Fat positive on social media.
Right to jail, right away.
If you walk by a gym.
Yeah.
If you are not aggressively fat positive on social media.
Right to jail, right away.
If you walk by a gym and think about going in, you're fat phobic.
None of this is true. It's like just cringe. Like, okay.
But even though that is the case, there is a new drug on the market that is catching fire because of its weight loss side effects.
Yeah,
so apparently, people do want to lose weight. We're going to talk about that today. But
no shit, everybody wants to lose weight. People are just tired of getting bullied. And then there's some annoying people who cope too hard. It's mostly like women, because women get shit on more for their body than men. Who like are the ones that are like, if you're fat phobic, if you don't date me. But most people don't believe any of this. This is TikTok fat activism. This isn't a real thing. It's just so annoying how like terminally online people are.
Before we do, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a comment section or off the clock episode. Alrighty, so there are a few companies that make this drug, but it is commonly called Ozempic. And it is a diabetes drug that people have discovered and doctors have discovered is great for very, very accelerated weight loss. So they have started using it for that, and doctors are prescribing it to people like right and left after it was approved for obesity, approved to treat obesity in 2021.
Listen, I guess. I mean, it's supposed to treat diabetes, but yeah, sure. Treat obesity.
People just try to change their lifestyles and eat better and get some sunshine and touch grass and go to the gym maybe. No, God forbid doctors even recommend that. No, the first thing they're going to do is hand you some drugs. I mean,
yeah, for sure. But like, I just need you to understand something, because I think that you kind of tried to prime your audience into thinking that, fuck, I'm just like, my brain is melting. Sorry. It sounds like the way that you're talking about it is that you're not really talking about it correctly. You're seeming to think, I don't know, that the reason why people are taking a drug... Fuck, my entire brain is just melting right now. I have like an actual point. Okay, the point that I wanted to make is that like this is mostly to do with the way that we deal with like medication in the United States, rather than actually promoting positive fat culture or fat loss culture. You know, we have like these things like the Biggest Loser and shit on TV, and people are like, oh, this is how you're supposed to diet, but it's really just making small, meaningful steps more than anything else is what you're gonna do. Like, go for walks, drink water, try to incorporate more vegetables, get to a point where you track your calories is a good idea. All these small things. That's really what you want to do. You don't want to take these shortcuts, because then you have to get, once you get off the medication, you're going to get fucked. It's just not a smart way to do it from a long-term capacity.
They're doing that for kids now. Do you guys remember that article? It was like back in the fall, and it said like obesity rates for American kids are skyrocketing. What drugs can you give your kids? It's like, oh my God, take away their video games, make them go outside. Have we ever?
Yeah, but like, and then the doctor's like, yeah, sure, we'll prescribe this because they make money off of it. It's a problem with like the way our healthcare system works, or the fact that doctors will even prescribe medication for fat loss like this is insane, when most of them don't work. This one seems to work, but it shouldn't be for that. It's fucking crazy.
Ever thought about that? It has become very mainstream because tons of celebrities have been allegedly using it because skinny is back in. I mean, it's better than obesity, but I don't like the way that they're going about it. The first of whom was Mindy Kaling, because she lost 40 pounds in the matter of like 3 months without working out and without changing much of her lifestyle or dieting, because she doesn't like diet culture. but then she randomly pops back.
Yeah, diet culture is shit because diet culture is mostly like almost like promoting bulimia culture, but it's still, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't diet. It's just a lot of it's like some of it just feels like a justification to be fucking lazy. I know I'm fat, but like, you know, I understand like extreme measures for people who are like really overweight. Like if you're super overweight, it's different. Being 40 pounds overweight isn't an excuse to be taking a fucking medication. It's fucking stupid. You know, it's just and it promotes like the wrong idea, especially as a celebrity. Like, oh yeah, I just took a medication. Like, why? Like, you know, it's fucking dumb.
Up on social media with an insane new body. I have a side-by-side photo and has not talked about what she actually did. Another person is Adele, but I do think Adele was actually working out and changed her diet. She has not been linked to any of this, but it was kind of around the same time that Adele like revealed her new body. Somebody tweeted a couple of days ago and said Mindy Kaling threw the first brick at the Ozempic factory. But she is far from the only celebrity that people have been speculating about. Like, it's huge in Hollywood. People have been writing about this for months. This is an article from Variety in September. Hollywood's new secret weight loss drug revealed. The hype and hazards of Ozempic. Jimmy Kimmel even brought it up at the Oscars. This is like a 5-second clip.
When I look around this room, I can't help but wonder, is Ozempic right for me?
That was literally in his opening monologue. I obviously didn't laugh because Jimmy Kimmel is not a comedian. You can't call him a comedian, but that might have been the only real thing he said all night because of how many people are allegedly using this drug to quickly lose weight. Many celebrities in the audience were apparently visibly distressed because some celebrities have been open about using it, but others are actively denying it and saying, no, I'm going to the gym. Like Elon Musk even used it and he had a great experience. He said that it helped him, get fit and healthy. Rosie O'Donnell used it and said that it felt like freedom because she no longer had to think about food because apparently I don't exactly know the science behind it, but it makes you not hungry because it makes you not crave sugar or something. So she wasn't thinking about food. Which
I mean, if that's what it does, it makes sense. It puts more insulin into your body. So when you eat, I don't know the exact relationship, but I believe when you eat sugar, it releases more insulin in your body. And the people who are diabetic have a problem with that insulin release because they're eating too much sugar. I think I'm right about this. And so if it releases more insulin, it probably, I don't know, signals to your body you don't need as much sugar, something like that. But it's still so fucking dumb to do.
Again, does not seem healthy at all because you're chemically changing something in your body rather than just having discipline. Crazy idea. Khloe Kardashian has also gotten super skinny recently and people have accused her of using it, but she has adamantly denied it and said, no, I've been working out for...
The injectable medication acts just like a natural hormone to make you feel fuller for longer and reduces your cravings for more food. Okay, I was fucking wrong. Sorry. Enhancing the way your body regulates blood sugar levels and the storage of fat can help patients lose weight. Okay, that's why it does it. Interesting. Apparently the drug isn't... Okay, so this is something I'll bring up. The drug isn't approved for weight loss. Some people using Ozempic in studies lost weight. So it's not even... This is the fucking insane thing about Ozempic. It's not even approved for weight loss. That's the crazy part about it. Ozempic is not approved for weight loss, and it's still being used as a weight loss medication. Okay, this is like the fucked up part of this whole thing. Like, you shouldn't be prescribing people medications when it's not what it's for. This is the society we live in. Like, constantly, like, you can go to a doctor, and the doctor will be like, hey, I have this medication for headaches, but it might help you lose weight. Do you want it? It's crazy. They'll give you anything that might help you lose weight instead of, like, frankly, need better nutrition and shit. This is fucking nuts, bro. Holy fuck.
Latchkey Goth Boy super chatted $20. Ozempic is the gastral bypass alternative. Like the gastral bypass, not using this expensive drug will triple your weight when you go off it. I paid this in the beginning of the year. I take it back.
Oh, you used to take it? Well, thank you so much for $20. Yeah, no, I don't want to go on Ozempic. Like, I'm fucking, like, I'm hesitant about it because it's too, like, I understand it, but I'm a diabetic that wants to get off my diabetic medication. So if I go on fucking Ozempic now, like, what's going to happen to me? I'm going to get fucked. You know what I mean? I'd rather try to learn to, like, eat fewer carbs and, like, better carb options when I do them, like, brown rice and shit. I don't know. People, you just try not to take medication unless you need to.
For years. But it's like, if you've been working out for years, why have we only seen results in, like, the last 2 months? Get it. Other people, though, have been speaking out about the dangers of it after being on it. Chelsea Handler's anti-aging doctor, which I didn't know was a thing, but apparently celebrities have that. Apparently, he just hands it out to everybody and gave her some just to lose.
Yeah, of course, because they get money and kickbacks for it.
Lose a few pounds, and she took it without realizing what it was, but then realized it was a diabetes drug, and she felt like she might be able to get addicted to it, so she stopped, but here she is talking about it. I don't believe that she didn't know what it was.
Well, so my doctor, my anti-aging doctor, just hands it out to anybody, right?
Oh.
Anti-Asian doctor? What? No. What the fuck is an anti-aging doctor?
Obviously now I can't say her name, but I didn't even know I was on it. I came back from a vacation and I injected myself with it. And I went to lunch with like a girlfriend a few days later and she's like, I'm not really eating anything. I'm so nauseous. I'm on Ozempic. I'm nauseous too. And then I'm like, but I'm not on Ozempic. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, well, what is it? I go, I'm on semaglutide.
Why would she think that you were on Ozempic just because you're both nauseous? Why is she making up this weird story? This fucking bizarre person.
She goes, that's what it is. I'm not on it anymore. I stopped taking. That's too irresponsible. I'm an irresponsible drug user, but I'm not going to take a diabetic drug for, like, I tried it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to do it anymore.
No, I don't. That's not for me. That's not right.
I mean, I think Chelsea Handler is so stupid and she irks me.
No!
I do appreciate that she was being honest at the end. It was saying, no, I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. That's irresponsible. Like, it's making you nauseous. How do you not know? You're just at lunch with a girlfriend. Oh my God, we're both on the same drug. This is so crazy. Like, that's not healthy. Nobody can tell me that that is healthy. Somebody commented under that TikTok and said she's not even overweight. It is sickening to know how rich people who don't need it are causing shortages for people who do, which a lot of comments.
Well, I don't know if there's shortages of fucking Ozempic, but again, like the bigger issues is like, a shortage of like, there is. Wait, 6 months Ozempic shortage, mostly over after weight loss craze. Wow. Wait, there is actually, I'm so fucking wrong. Dude, I can't imagine being a diabetic person on that, like needing that medication or you're going to die. And some fucking assholes are taking Ozempic. This shit's crazy, bro. We really live in like a fucking crazy world. And honestly, we can blame, we should blame the doctors primarily. But realistically speaking, it's our fucking government is the biggest problem. Like you shouldn't be able to use Ozempic unless it's for you have diagnosed diabetes. But we allow people to like prescribe random fucking drugs. It's crazy. Like we need to monitor this shit better. It's fucking nuts.
Been people saying like, I've been trying to get it and I can't. People are saying that it's unavailable right now. So many celebrities are buying it up. And if you are not diabetic, a lot of times insurance will not cover it. And it's an expensive drug. People are spending like $1,500 a month on this when they're not even diabetic and they just want to lose a few pounds. Like people actually do need it. Somebody else said, my husband is diabetic and it says right on the box on the fridge what the injection is, Ozempic. Another person said, working at a pharmacy, you'd be surprised how many people.
Oh yeah, it's an injection too. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. It's not like a fucking oral medication. Obviously, Chelsea knows that she's on it because she's injecting it into her body. Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy.
Don't know what they're taking.
Bro,
that's just a whole other conversation, but very factual. We don't need to talk about that today, but just food for thought. Anyway, another famous person, a TikToker, Remy Bader, I think her name is Bader. She was prescribed it, but had awful side effects. Here's a quote from a podcast that she did. My doctor said I need this, and I had a lot of mixed feelings. A few months later, I went off of it and got into the bad binging. I saw a doctor, and they were like, it's 100% because you went on Ozempic. It was making me think I wasn't hungry for so long, I lost some weight. I didn't want to be obsessed with being on it long term. I was like, I bet the second I got off of it, I'm going to get starving again. I did, and my binging got so much worse. So then I kind of blamed Ozempic, and I gained double the weight back. We know that obesity is a serious problem. Like people are dying from this, which is why everybody needs Epic Will. And according to a recent poll, 62% of Americans do not have a will. That's especially good.
What the fuck is she beautifully transitioned into this advertisement, I have to say, because I'm like, where are we going here? But yeah, fat people die. Cool.
The smart kid, again, that is epicwill.com, promo code Cooper. Again, that is epicwill.com, promo code Cooper. And I don't know a lot about this drug, but I will say I think creating a will is probably a safer thing to do than going on Ozempic. And it's ironic to me that this girl took it and that she did not speak about it until she got off of it, because she is one of the fat positive influencers on TikTok. She has all of these clothing hauls, like, what does this dress look like on a fat person? Like, I love myself, body positivity, I love being fat.
Maybe. Who's the person? I don't, oh my God. Remy Bader? I think Remy Bader actually is annoying. This is the problem. Like when it gets to this area, there are some influence. Oh yeah, Remy Bader's annoying as fuck. She's the one that like they told her at a horse riding place she couldn't ride the horse because she's too overweight, which makes sense. And she complained and tried to cancel the fucking place. Like this is the problem. This is the thing. There's this one woman. I'm gonna see if I can find the video. Body positivity person on TikTok, and she's like, hey, listen, like I'm trying to lose weight because it's healthy, and since I started advocating for that, I got like ostracized from the body positive community. It's this person, this one right here. Use my fatness as a it's from this girl here, Gabriella Lascano, or I'll put it in the description. But like there is a problem with some of the culture, especially when you monetize off of it, which is a huge fucking problem. And that's the problem when you like make money. It's okay to be like, hey, how does this like saying like, oh, I'm gonna make content about like wearing a dress as a fat person. Like, there's really nothing wrong with that. Like, who cares? Oh, these clothing does or doesn't fit. It can help fat people find clothing so they can fit into clothing. It's not that big of a deal. But when you're going around, and I don't know about them saying I love being fat, but when you're going around to a fucking like horse riding place and that there's a weight limit. Sorry. And you can't get on the horse and you start complaining about it. Like, and then like, yeah, you're being annoying. Okay.
It's like, okay, well, you were trying to lose weight and now you're binging again. Like, we have habits we need to address here. It's all so backwards and stupid because you have celebrities preaching about body positivity and influencers telling you that if you go to the gym, you're fat phobic and racist at the same time. Obesity is surrounding you at every turn in America because everybody's fat. But then off camera, behind your back, everybody has just decided to be skinny again. But is too afraid to talk about it and is using drugs to do it. Like, just be honest and say, nope, I don't really want to be fat. This does not work. This isn't healthy. I don't like how I look. I don't like how I feel. I'm making a change. And then maybe we could talk about lifestyle changes instead of just doing drugs.
I would say that it would be good if people talked about lifestyle changes in context of this conversation. Because one of the problems is that when people start talking about like losing weight and shit, or like about how it's not good to be fat, because it's not. Oftentimes they're not going to give people like a resource of like, oh, here's something that you can do. I tried to like briefly mention it. Because it can be difficult. Like sometimes even doctors, unless you go to a nutritionist, they don't know what the fuck's going on. They don't really understand like the correct way to like lose weight. People who haven't struggled with their weight loss obviously aren't going to be particularly good at having the conversation to help people lose weight. So it's nice when people provide resources. That's why I always say, like, if you're going to get, like, generally speaking, I recommend going into the gym, doing, like, getting into weightlifting. I just enjoy weightlifting. Like, start with, like, 5x5 starting strength is a good place to start. So,
as a quick fix, somebody said influencers using Ozempic while preaching body positivity is a new low. Please be so immensely for serious. Like, this is just peak virtue signaling. It's an excellent example of how so many of these progressive talking points people claim are so loving and genuine and that they truly believe. It's bullshit. They don't actually care because they're not rooted in any principles. And the moment that they're uncomfortable, they're going to jump to some other new current thing because they don't care. It's about getting progressive brownie points. They don't actually care about fat positivity. They're just trying to find something to be angry about. Anyway,
I say most people probably do care. And it can get toxic, but like telling fat people that they shouldn't get bullied for virtue of their existence is the reason that the fat positivity movement even started in the first place.
Trickling down to normal, like non-celebrities too. They're even advertising it in the New York subway system. Here's an article about it. Ads for weight loss drug Ozempic are now blanketing New York City subways. This is just one picture, but I saw another one where it's literally like 100 feet long of all of these posters showing people injecting themselves. Oh, you can.
Yeah, that's a fucking capital. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to be like fucking super woke based asshole because it's annoying. But like, it's a capitalism problem. We don't monitor like our shit the correct way. That's not really an issue. That's an issue with the way that we do. Like the fact that we're even advertising drugs in America is fucking preposterous. That's a bigger issue more than anything else. It's not just a culture issue. Like part of the culture issue is the fact that like this kind of shit is acceptable. It's fucking bizarre.
Lose weight so fast. Don't they know that that's fat phobic apparently? Like I literally can't keep up. Like I go on TikTok and I'm told that if I go to the gym, I'm racist.
No, you don't. Nobody ever says that on fucking TikTok. This is so annoying. Okay, there's some annoying people who are like obnoxious that are like, oh, losing weight's racist. It's like one person in like splotch maker, a fucking moron. Everybody universally thinks is an idiot. And we pretend like this is every single fucking fat advocate in the entire world. It's not. Like, yeah, there are issues. There are some spaces where like if a fat advocate person tries to lose weight, they'll get shamed by the other people in their group. Like, absolutely. But nobody is unironically going on TikTok and like fucking saying this in like any real capacity. Like it's just annoying fucking like anti-woke bullshit. It's so obnoxious. Like nobody ever talks about this correctly. We're pretending that like society actually wants people to be fat. It's not what's going on. It's TikTok fucking fat activism. It's obnoxious. But there isn't this widespread thought of like, yeah, be fat. It's fucking based. It's just not happening. It's obnoxious when we like pretend otherwise.
I must hate fat people, all of this stuff. But then this is now mainstream. You just walk into the subway and everybody's telling you to lose weight. There's no consistency. If you take anything from this episode, it is do not take them seriously. They are hypocritical. This is ridiculous. There's tons of people on TikTok talking about it. If you just look up Ozempic or semaglutide, I think that's the other name for it, you can find all these videos. Oh, God, this one.
I could have my tummy out, even if it's just on TikTok for clout. And if you got something to say, shut your mouth, because I'm a hot-ass bitch. I'm a hot-ass bitch.
I mean, I'm glad she's...
I lost 6 pounds this week, totaling 21 pounds. That's a lot of weight to lose in a week. It's not that good for you.
Because I'm a hot-ass bitch. I'm a hot-ass bitch.
I mean, I'm glad she's feeling herself, but I would not be posting that anywhere for clout. And here we go. My journey with Ozempic. Hashtag weight loss. Hashtag for you page. Hashtag comedy. I wasn't laughing, but thank you. Here's another video. This girl, like, was not even overweight. She obviously, like, went to the gym. Like, I would understand it if it was like morbidly obese people and they were being treated with this drug because they just needed to be like kicked in.
Well, yeah, because they also probably have diabetes if you're morbidly obese.
In the right direction because they couldn't even stand up. But this is like an average, really pretty girl that's taking this drug rather than just continuing to go to the gym and eating better. Maybe she stops drinking and she loses weight. That like
it's almost like we should implement some kind of a regulation that doesn't let you. I fucking hit the button on time. What the fuck? It's almost like we should implement some kind of a regulation that doesn't allow people to get a hold of these drugs unless they actually have something.
It's absurd. This account is a pair of sisters both doing it together. This video was posted first. I don't want to see this. And then somebody commented like, has your lifestyle changed? Like, what are you eating? And a lot of people say, you know, I'm not eating as much because it doesn't make me hungry. But then you see videos like this.
I like to eat.
Bro, this is insufferable. The window is so fucking small.
Like, the gluttony. They're not even hiding the fact that they're taking the easy way out. Oh, I'm just gonna shoot myself up with drugs rather than not having a donut-topped milkshake every day.
Okay, well, that doesn't really make any sense because the way that you lose weight with Ozempic is because it reduces your hunger craving. So it's not like they're eating as whatever they want and then losing the weight magically through Ozempic. They're just talking about how they like to eat and they happen to take Ozempic. Because what you're supposed to, the way that you're supposed to like think what she's talking about is like, yeah, they're just eating whatever they want and they're still losing weight because Ozempic magically makes you lose weight. That's just not what's happening. Okay, they're eating because fat people like to eat. Like that's why they're fat. Okay, and then they happen to be making a video about it and they also happen to be taking Ozempic. But it doesn't magically like make anything work. You still have you lose the weight because it reduces your cravings. It makes you like a little sick.
Like the cognitive dissonance here.
What?
Americans would rather inject themselves with a chemical rather than lay off the carbs.
How is that cognitive dissonance? I don't understand. What do you know what that is? I'm being gaslit thinking I don't even know what it is. The state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, especially as relating to behavioral decisions. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. How is this cognitive dissonance?
Lay off the processed food. I don't even care about carbs. Some carbs are healthy, but maybe just clean themselves up because it's too hard to be responsible for your health. Now, obviously, I'm sure that's not the case for everybody. Like I saw this video and this girl does seem to be like taking it seriously.
Hi everyone, this is a day in my life / what I eat in a day on Ozempic, also known as semaglutide. Gotta get my coffee first, fill up my water, then I get my medication ready. The semaglutide I keep in the fridge and it actually just comes in this little glass jar. All I gotta do is put 2 of the capsules under my tongue and they dissolve. Really easy.
Oh wait, Ozempic was an injection.
Then I got on the Peloton and did a workout with Cody and I sweat a lot. I love you, Cody. After that, I had my breakfast.
This isn't a good video, by the way. This video is just as bad as the other ones. Like she doesn't need to be taking Ozempic unless she has diabetes. So like unless that's the claim that she has diabetes. I mean, she might, but it seems like this is just another video of a girl taking Ozempic when she doesn't need to because she's being like, I get it, she's working out too, but you shouldn't be on this as a weight loss drug.
Then I had my lunch a few hours later, sat in my bed and did some knitting. I had my second coffee of the day before I did my second workout of the day with Jess King, and I sweat a lot. Thank you, Jess. Then I got in the shower and did my hair before going to meet one of my friends, and gotta put on my moisturizer after this. And then I'm actually going to In-N-Out to have a little cheat meal because I've worked hard this week and I deserve it. So I got a protein style burger with some Lightwell fries. Bye.
Now, like, this girl actually seems to be doing it right. She did the protein style burger. She's not
doing it right unless she has diabetes. You can't just say like, oh, this one's right because she's using healthy habits. That's not just the point. The point is that she shouldn't be using a weight loss medication that you even said is being overprescribed to the point that people aren't able to get access to it just because she wants to lose weight. It's not weight loss. It's for diabetes. She shouldn't be on it. She's also bad. I just want you to know that, okay? They're all bad. You shouldn't be using it for fucking weight loss. You should only be using it if you actually have diabetes.
2 workouts in one day. But again, I don't necessarily know why this girl needs it. Like, she's not morbidly obese. Maybe it's a kickstart in the right direction.
No,
but it's just wild to me how quickly this has gone mainstream and people are using this as their weight loss tactic. Like, Weight Watchers needs to catch up because apparently this is the new thing. But I do think the lack of lifestyle change for a lot of people is the most important.
It's not a new thing. People have always used medication to fucking lose weight instead of being actually better, like creating better habits all the time. And then doctors will absolutely prescribe you whatever because it makes them money.
Part of this conversation because it is indicative of a bigger issue in our society that we have talked about a lot. There is no lifestyle change needed for this drug to be effective, obviously. And I'm sure it is better if you diet and you work out and you're actually taking it seriously and you are eating better. But this is like the lazy, easy way out, and doctors are enabling it. People who do not need the drug because they are not diabetic are being prescribed it because it makes the pharmaceutical industry money, obviously, and personal responsibility and accountability for your health is apparently too hard for people in 2023. And I mean, can you
epic socialism take? Am I right?
Blame them? Like, we just went through an entire pandemic where rather than telling people to eat better, to keep up their immune systems, to work out, to go into the sun, to take their supplements, they said, no, stay in your home, order Postmates, eat crappy food, and then take an experimental drug. Like,
I mean, what are you expected to do during the pandemic when like literally everything was closed down and gyms were closed down? Like, it's go for walks. It's a great idea, but I don't think anybody was saying don't lose weight. They were just like, hey, we have to help people not die from the COVID. But okay. Oh, I'm dead. I died of the COVID.
Obviously, we've been trained over the last 3 years to think that this is totally fine and that this is normal, but it's not. And it's too cheap for big medicine to tell anybody otherwise. If that is not indicative of where our culture is at right now, I don't know what is.
Cool. What an insufferable video. Okay, cool beans.
I want Papa Gut to pee on my face, but just as a friend. There's nothing weird about that. I want him to pee on my face.